Now is not a time of global peace. In February of 2022, the nation of Russia began an invasion of the nation of Ukraine, which is ongoing. In September of this year, the nation of Azerbaijan began a military offensive in a region held in dispute with the nation of Armenia. Throughout October, Hamas in Gaza and the nation of Israel have been in an escalated conflict. Israel has declared war. And beyond these, which have recently heightened to public attention, there are the internal conflict in Myanmar, the war in Sudan, the agents of Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and others. These I mention to call time, place, and people to attention. For those of us here and elsewhere who are not directly impacted by violent conflict, we have a choice to make. Consciously or not, it is our condition that we are always making a choice about our attention. Of all known creatures, it is our lot, this ability to think about almost anything for almost any amount of time, this by choosing to direct our attention. I am writing now to argue or discuss that we ought to make the choice about our attention consciously. It is a choice to turn off the news, to lose touch with current events happening outside of your sphere of influence. Many people are not able to sufficiently manage attention between that which they are directly involved in, that which has impact on them and on their family, and that which seems to be happening to other people. Some are, in contrast, enraged or heartbroken with sympathy for what they hear or see, but aren't able to translate those profound feelings into a helpful, personal, cathartic action. By adjusting our attention inwards, moderately and for a brief period, we can find cognitive rest, which can fortify us to better approach our contributions in the future. Disconnecting from external current events for deliberate rest is a choice. Though, it exists on a spectrum opposed to its doppelganger, willful and extended ignorance, which is not helpful to anyone. If you choose to look away from current events, then I encourage you to do this in the spirit of deliberate rest rather than the spirit of willful ignorance. It is better to integrate a balanced awareness of the world we share into our attention than to serve solipsism and sophistry. It is solemn but good to be aware that the dead and dying can't choose to avert their eyes. It is a choice to take on the weight of the world, to believe that your personal choices, that all of our choices, in some way significantly shape the world we share. In one sense, this is factually true and helpful. We are all connected in human solidarity, if not else. Believing this can lead us to good action. However, in another sense, this is Atlas's burden, one we are not meant to copy, but share. It can be an emotionally crippling experience to personally take on the responsibility of fixing the whole world. This goal is not realistic. Still, we seem to seek it out when we imagine ourselves as heroes and protagonists in some story of our lives. Life is real. It can be understood as a story, yet fundamentally it is not. The present state of global affairs is the outcome of past decisions by powerful actors and a lot of random chance events. Better future outcomes will also be so. Recognizing this, it is then ours to identify actions we can take now and to plan personal growth that we might be better able to solve bigger problems spanning longer time horizons. Let action then, and intentional growth, be the alternatives to taking on the weight of the world, but not listlessness. As of this writing, I am 26 years old, and at this point in my life, I have just, in the past couple of years, begun paying attention to a larger world than that of my family, school, work, and romantic relationship. I am choosing now to write and to speak because I can, and because I believe in making a conscious choice about attention. Where I will be posting this, I will also be sharing links to donate to givewell.org, Doctors Without Borders, and Amnesty International. I will be making, admittedly, a small donation to one or more of these groups, and I ask that you consider this also. Thank you.